In this video, you will learn how to unitize or group 10 tens into 100. Second graders are really working on building their understanding of place value. They are working on deepening their understanding of three-digit numbers and that they represent an amount of hundreds, tens, and ones. In second grade, they are working on extending their place value knowledge to the hundreds place so that they can understand that a group of 10 tens or a bundle of 10 tens is equivalent to a new unit called a hundred. Students should be given ample opportunities with concrete models to represent the values of these digits. They should have lots of opportunities with base 10 blocks so that they can understand what the values represent. In first grade, students also worked with base 10 blocks. They worked with numbers within 100. So here you see 10 ones. These are 10 ones blocks, and the students should be able to remember from first grade that the group or the bundle of 10 ones is equal to 1 10 stick, and then they can write it accordingly on their place value chart and turn those 10 ones into 1 10 and 0 ones. Building on that, they should be able to do that with hundreds and tens here in second grade. So begin to show the children with their place value blocks that they have 10 tens, a group of 10 tens. When we have 10 tens, we can count by tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. The students can begin to see that 10 tens is equal to 100. Once they understand that a group or a bundle, a unit of 10 tens is equal to a brand new block called a hundred. So they can represent it using the hundreds block. Have them trade out their 10 tens for their hundreds block. And then they can write it accordingly on their place value chart. You have 100, 0 tens, and 0 ones. Again, building their understanding that a group of 10 tens is equal to the new unit called a hundred, because students in second grade are really working on numbers within 1,000. Not only should students be able to work with 10 tens, students should move beyond that simple rote counting. They should be able to examine a group of more than 10 tens, 10 10 sticks, and try to figure out how much they have. Try to figure out the value. They will need to organize those 10 sticks into 100 and figure out how many are left over. Here you see no hundreds, a lot of tens, and no ones. The students will note on their place value chart that they have no hundreds, 12 tens, and 0 ones. They should very quickly be able to recognize that 10 tens right here is really equal to 100, and then note it on their place value chart so they can find out the true value of that group of 10 sticks. They have 100, 2 tens, and 0 ones for a value of 120. They should even be able to do it with a bigger group of 10 sticks. Again, organize them into very easy to count groups. 5 over 5, it looks like a 10 frame, makes it easy to count. They can even organize these into very quick groups of 5 to make it easier to count. Right here you can see that we have 15 tens and of course no ones. They need to group these 10 tens into 100 and then write it accordingly on our place value chart. We see that we have 100, 5 tens, and 0 ones for a value of 150. This was how to unitize or group 10 tens into a hundred.